Hi, I'm Ethan. I love muzzleloading. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of my modern muzzleloader range setup for my home range and then for kind of on the road if and when I do take this stuff on the road to some competitions or something. First, what you'll see me shooting on is an old shooting bench that my grandfather built. He and his brother built matching benches back in the mid-1900s to take along with them to all the muzzleloading matches that they went to around the country. Really, from coast to coast, it was the golden age of muzzleloading competition. And this bench has seen it all. And I'm put a fresh coat of paint on it this summer, and I'm happy to put it back into use here this year. I'm not going to say that the shooting is going to be anywhere near what my grandfather could do, but it's still nice to hold on to a piece of some family history here and keep using it. On top of that, you'll notice it's really got an old style, really rest up here up front. This isn't the kind of rest that you see anymore. You see a lot of these on a lot of older bench rest muzzleloading competitions. A lot of people now are moving to the lead sleds, or the rifle itself has a bipod, or there's a much more precise rest set on top of the bench up at the front. But that might be something we add down the road. But on top of this rest, I just have a couple kind of just shop bags here. This one's a Caldwell that I've had for years, and then I have this old school leather one as well that works well, just depending on what I need out of the rifle. The muzzleloader that I have is the CVA Accura LR V2. So there's not a lot of weight. It's not very heavy. It's not very big. Don't really need a whole lot to support it, but it's nice to have a stable shooting bench and a couple rests like this one here to keep it up and going. Aside from the bench, what you'll see me carrying with this muzzleloader is going to be this shooting bag from muzzleloaders.com. Darren over at muzzleloaders.com actually sent me this bag. Full disclosure there. So I really do like this bag though. I think it retails for like 30 bucks and it's very worth it. I found I can carry everything I need for this muzzleloader in this bag, and we're just going to go through it here a little bit. So right out the gate, it's a nice small bag. It's not as small as like a Possibles bag or something for your traditional muzzleloader, but it is nice. It kind of serves the function of an old-fashioned range box that you'll see a lot of people using, kind of like a tackle box or something, but it's a little bit more modern, it's a little bit lighter, and I think more streamlined. So on the back here, we have some mole straps, or mole straps, however you pronounce that, for some extra pouches. I haven't found a need for that yet though. Then on either side, I've got a zipper pocket here. I think I've just got some range trash in there right now. I want to make sure that I'm leaving no trace. On the other side, we have another large pocket. I've just been throwing my charge tubes in here in this pocket. The charge tubes that I have are these red tubes from RMC Oxyoke Muzzleloader Supplies. I mark on here what powder charge is in here so I know what I've got. These are a few left over from my range day today. I just kind of throw in there. If I was going to take this on the road, I'd make sure that anything I wanted to secure, I put in the bag. But right now, those are fine, just kind of for shooting around the local ranges. On the front, there's a nice Velcro patch here for you to put a patch on. This Liberty or Death patch comes from Marauder Threadworks. You can check them out. They have a lot of neat history-inspired patches that I really enjoy. Then in here, we have a pocket. I've got some of the documentation for some of the bullets I've been shooting, and then a couple jags and a powder measure just as a little backup. If I'm out and this is all I have, I want to make sure that I have a couple backups. You never know. Can't hurt to be too prepared. So down in here is our main pocket. Open this up. And this is really where you can store everything. You'll see I've got a bottle of Blackhorn in here in case I need to weigh some extra charges at the range. I've got a nice muzzleloaders.com funnel on top, which makes that nice for pouring out and weighing charges. I'm not spilling anything. Got a couple packs of bullets in here that you can see I've kind of shot through. Need to pick up some more here this week. Got a stapler, staple gun for my targets on the range, staple into some cardboard. Got some Ballistol. I've been using hops number 9 on the Blackhorn 209, but I found the Ballistol evaporates better out of the bore or barrel, and I think it cuts it a little bit better. I'm sure a lot of people out there hate Ballistol for 209, or maybe have something else, but if you have something else that you like better, let me know. I'm more than happy to try it out. I have 3 boxes of these Federal shot shell primers for the Accura. A lot of people will say that these aren't hot enough, so check out some of the Winchester, I believe, primers and maybe some of the Federal premium primers for something a little bit hotter for your Blackhorn 209. I haven't had any issues with them so far, but like I said, I haven't been relying on them for a hunt or to win any prize money at a competition. So it's been pretty low stakes for me. I've got a couple boxes of those in here. I like to keep them in one spot just so I'm not running around trying to find them. I have the stock cap for my 209 in case I need it. I have this neat little speed loader I'm excited to try out. This is from muzzleloaders.com as well. Kind of see there. It's got a volumetric measure here. So once I kind of have an idea of 80 grains in volume, I can kind of use this as a rough measurement. I'm not going to use this for a precision load, but as a quick backup if I'm hunting or something, it never hurts to have something like this a little handy. It's got a little short starter on it and a little spot for an extra bullet in there, kind of an all-in-one quick loader, speed loader, if you're into that kind of thing. Good backup, just have an extra charge. I like to position things a little bit around the bag just in case I need something extra. In this old plastic bag, I have a bunch of pre-cut cleaning patches and some Q-tips in here. I find that having a bunch of these patches is nice. I don't have to worry about if I have enough or not, if I have a really dirty muzzleloader. And the Q-tips are nice for getting into kind of the nooks and crannies of your muzzleloader, making sure that it's clean in between range trips. Now, if I'm planning for a long winter where I'm not going to be shooting a whole lot, the Q-tips and things won't be enough for a deep clean. You'll want to take it apart, remove the lock and action and things, but that's enough for kind of a base cleaning after a trip to the range. And then the short starter that I carry in here is also a muzzleloaders.com short starter here. It's an all polymer one. It's a little dinged up. You can see I've been using it, but it's been working pretty well. You know, for a modern muzzleloader like I'm shooting out of this bag, I'm not too worried about a period look. I like this because I've got two threaded spots here where I can put these jags or ends and kind of customize it for the load and the projectiles that I'm sending down range, just to make sure that I have a nice clean surface and interface when it comes to my bullets and my projectiles. I'm not denting or bending any tips or anything when I'm getting that started. A lot of people don't talk about it, but when it comes to muzzleloaders, a short starter is really important for accurate loads, making sure that you're indexing everything with the bore, with the barrel. If you don't have one of these, you really need to pick one up. I'm not getting paid to say that. That's just kind of muzzleloading tips that I like sharing with people, you know, just to help everybody out. Before we move on, these are the other tips that come with that. So these kind of tips are nice for maybe a bullet like the Thor bullet that doesn't have a tip or a polymer tip on it. You kind of go down into the hollow point, and then we've got this little funky guy there too. These just sit in this mesh pocket in there, along with a couple extra sizing packs of Thor bullets. So these are the sizing packs that you pick up. I think they're like $4 or $5 with the different sized bullets for you to use to test out before you order a big pack, just to make sure that it's sized right to your bore. And what's handy about these is, I mean, it's not a sales pitch, but what I really like is they're color coded on the bottom. So if I need to, if I'm out of charge tubes or I need some more, I can pop these out, dump them, and I've got a charge tube ready to go in my bag that I can go ahead and load up with powder and, you know, and keep shooting. While the range bag carries the real essentials, much like you'll see a lot of folks with their traditional muzzleloaders carrying a possibles bag, when I go out to a range or to a match or something, I have what I call my possibles box. And this is this big wooden crate that kind of lives in my car during muzzleloading season that carries all the possibles basically for each of my muzzleloaders. Now this isn't going to carry everything, especially for some of my match pistols and things. Those have their own dedicated boxes, but this box's whole purpose is to exist so I can grab the bag associated with my muzzleloader, I can grab some targets, throw this in the car, and I know I'm set for a weekend of shooting. I don't really have to worry about a whole lot. I've got extra cleaning supplies, I've got some oil in here, extra powder, some Blackhorn, some Shenandoah Valley muzzleloader cleaner, extra pillow ticking, target stickers, some other bullets, some other oil, round balls for my round ball muzzleloaders, phone charging cables, a couple short starters, earmuffs if I'm shooting patch knife. In short, the box just carries everything else that doesn't necessarily fit in the bag that I might need. You know, it's good to have a tool set. I carry a tool set anyway in my car in case I break down on the road, but you know, a muzzleloader tool set is something good to have, especially if you're going out, you know, away from home or away from civilization. Odds are the other folks at the range, at the competition, at the rendezvous, wherever you're at, are going to be more than willing to share some tools and help you get back working again and back sending some lead down range. But it's always good to be a little self-sufficient. You know, I mean, I don't think any of us would be shooting muzzleloaders if we weren't a fan of some self-sufficiency, some self-reliance. So that's just a couple tips that I have for anybody, you know, maybe you're building out a muzzleloader setup. This could be used on the range. It could be used in a blind, on a hunt. You know, I think if you're hiking into a mountain or something like Darren Binder does, maybe you're carrying a backpack or something a little different. Us cushy Midwestern boys, you know, we can throw a little bag like this, walk a couple miles down the creek into the woods and be ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Ethan, I love muzzleloading. If you'd like to learn more about anything related to muzzleloading, please visit ilovemuzzleloading.com. And if you have any questions about anything muzzleloading related, please feel free to shoot me an email, ilovemuzzleloading@gmail.com, or leave a comment below. If I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does, and odds are I may know the person that developed whatever you're working on. I've been involved in muzzleloading for a long time now, and I'm just excited to be sharing the people and the things that I know with all of you out there, so we can keep muzzleloading going for a few more generations here. It's a great hobby. We're excited to see it continue. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Whew.